to the drive-thru. I'm your host, Tony T. We broadcast live here on Dawgz and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We're going to get you out here before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru. Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is deliver those live free picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. Deliver these winners, our professional handicappers. Let's meet him today. Let's say hello to Wayne. Wayne, what's going on?
What's happening, Tony T? Glad to be back. Sorry for missing yesterday. Ready to talk this football. Got a little bit of everything tonight. And ready to continue to smash baseball. Hit my under yesterday in the Texas Tigers game. Got another playoff game today. And like I said, ready to discuss this football with you fellas.
Yeah, good football tonight. Let's welcome Alex. Alex, how's it going?
Everything's fine, Tony. Hit some big underdogs the last couple of days. Nice run to start the playoffs. Cashing big for my clients, and let's just keep it rocking and rolling with all the other sports that are on the agenda.
Exactly. Big Al, Shane, what's going on?
How's it going tonight, everyone? I think I saw a tweet earlier, 36 straight days of football starting tonight or something like that. So
I saw 65.
65. All right, I was just short down a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Best time of the year besides March Madness when you have football on your TV every night. So excited to get it started.
Yeah, no doubt. And of course, baseball playoffs makes it fun. We got some really good series coming up here in the next round. Big Al, how's it going?
Pretty good. Having a nice football season. 16-1 my last 17 in college. 28-8 my last 10. Yeah, knock on wood. Yeah, so 28-8 my last 36 NFL and college combined. So hopefully keep it going. Have a lot of stuff posted already at Dawgz.
Very good. Say hello to Tony Brown in steamy Las Vegas, Nevada. Still in the triple digits here in early October.
Yeah, man. I told you guys about having me follow up Big Al. What kind of stats are those, man? That's amazing. That's incredible. But, it's still hot out in Vegas, man. But we're about to get hot, too. Hockey starts on the 8th, and we love some NHL over here.
That's right. Hockey coming up very shortly. And let's get to the games, guys. We're going to obviously start here with the NFL. We got Thursday Night Football. We got some college hoops, and we got a baseball game. So let's start with the NFL. Thursday night divisional battle here between the Bucs and the Falcons. We see the Falcons now up to 2.5 here, total 44. Let's get this one rolling here with Wayne Scott.
Yeah, we're going to go to the total in this one as I got to play tonight on the game. It's a tougher one as far as the totals go. Just the way the Falcons' offense has been playing lately, could not put up a touchdown. I do think they bounced back from that performance last week. With Tampa having defensive injuries in this one, I can see them getting at least 2 touchdowns, and they have an excellent field goal kicker. Staying in field goal range and keeping cool out there and getting them over the 20-point margin. I definitely feel like Tampa Bay on the other side, top 5 offense in my opinion, going against the Falcons defense, so I'll give them credit. It has been playing a lot better, but I think Tampa Bay can just spread them out, keep clicking on field, stay in field goal range themselves. If not, put a few in the box and get over that 20 range as well. I'm going to go on the over and kind of fade the under in this one.
Yeah, from Wayne, we move on over to Big Al.
Well, I've got a play on the side on the, Dawgz premium. So I don't really have an opinion on the total, so I'll just pass on this one.
Pass there from Big Al. We move on over to Alex.
Yeah, I think the side's a clip, and I've got a play on the total tonight. Yeah, complete coin toss, I think, on the side, and the lines look like they sort of agree with me.
All right, Alex, there on the coin flip side there. We move on over to Tony Brown.
Yeah, I got a 10-star premium on the side and the total. I'm all over this game tonight. I actually like the total and the game, but I'll give you a free play on a prop bet, and that's Bijan Robinson, anytime touchdown scorer. He's Kirk Cousins' emergency blanket, basically. He's the running back, and outside of Drake London, he's one of their better receivers. He does a lot of catching out the backfield. If Atlanta's going to have a chance in this game, they're favored to win this one. If they're going to win, they're definitely going to need him to show out and have a good performance. I think he finds the end zone, so anytime touchdown score for Bijan Robinson, that'll be my free pick on this game.
Thanks from Tony Brown. Move on over to Shane.
Yeah, I also have a pick on both sides of this game, but I will also give a prop bet here. The Buccaneers last week struggled against Dallas Goedert, the tight end. I know Kyle Pitts was shut out last week, but I think this is a game where he can break out. against this Bucks defense. You can get 50 plus receiving yards for plus 265. I'll throw a couple dollars on that.
All right, I'll tell you what I think about this game. I think the issue here is the Tampa Bay run defense, giving 5 yards a carry. Atlanta's running the ball effectively. Short week, tough travel spot here, divisional game. Atlanta's at home. I think they have the benefit there of the scheduling spot here. I'll look at Atlanta in this spot. All right, let's continue here on Drive as we get ready here for the next series of sports we're going to look at now. We're going to now turn our attention over to college football. A couple on the board tonight, so let's get to them. We'll be looking here. Here, let me go ahead and change the graphic. So we're going to move on over to college football, and on television tonight will be Texas State and Troy, and then we move on over to Sam Houston and UTEP. We get it started here with Wayne.
Yeah, I see a lot of money and sharp money coming in on Troy. Sometimes the sharps are definitely smart with some of these plays, and sometimes they're farts. And I think this one of them days is they're going to be mad that they took Troy. I just don't see it. After just going over the way this team play, I understand there's spots where teams getting on the points look better, but this is just not a good team. Still haven't seen like a flip performance. On that flip side, Texas State, terrible loss to Sam Houston, letting them come back. But with all that being said, they have the top player in here in McClown. He's a beast. I think he's going to tear up this Troy offense. And tear up this Troy defense. Not a lot of turnovers from him, so I don't think he's going to just give the game up. 13 is a number that I can lay with Texas State, and I'm going to do it here. So give me Texas State minus 13 in that spot.
Texas State from Wayne. We move on over to Big L.
I'm gonna look at the Sam Houston State El Paso game. Yeah, the Bearcats have been installed as a 10.5 point road favorite tonight in El Paso, and last season they actually lost to the Miners 37-34 in Huntsville. So I like Sam Houston here in this revenge role. When you take a look at how revenge-minded favorites of more than 7 points have done when they're playing away from home, they've done quite well, going 75-42-1 ATS their last 118. El Paso's not been good at home. UTEP's now 13-23 ATS its last 36 in front of the home faithful. Sam Houston has done well away from home, 7-3 ATS on the road. So I'm going to take Sam Houston minus 10.5.
There from Big L. We move on over to Alex.
Yeah, I'm going to look at that Houston game too. I know last week they came up big against Texas State, came from behind, big game, big win. And, a lot of people are going to think here, including me, I have to think about it, is this an emotional letdown state situation? And, to an extent it is. But, when you're going against a team like UTEP, a team that really hasn't progressed much, a team that's from last year, or even the last couple of years, they also rank 113th in the league yards per play allowed. And Houston's the kind of team that can really rack up some yards. And, UTEP's only put 4.5 yards per game against FBS opponents this year. Without the emotional letdown situation, this screams big double-digit beatdown. So I'll put it this way: if you can get a second half bet here at say 6 to 7 points, I'd drag it just in case Houston State starts out very slowly. I'd lay 10. I wouldn't lay 11. That's where I'm at with this game. And I really think, in the end, UTEP shows its true colors, which are just horrendous. And you got to remember, too, there's a 37-34 upset that they suffered at UTEP last year. So, there's going to be motivation here. No matter what, even if they start slow, they're going to grind it down towards the end. And I'm sure they'll put points on the board. So let's just say, if we can get a 10, we'll take the 10. If not, let's take a second half bet.
Go from Alex. We move on over to Tony Brown.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at the Troy game, and I'm going to have to go against Wayne on that one. I think I'm going to have to go with Troy in those 14 points. And this is only because, you got the Publix, you got the Sharps, or as Wayne say, the Farts or whatever. I don't know what's going on with that, but I know what's going on with my eyes. And I haven't seen Texas State beat Troy in 9 straight games. They're 0-9 their last 9 games against Troy. So, I mean, games aren't played on paper, but you haven't beat a team 9 straight times. That just gives them confidence. Even if this is their only win of the year, they know they can beat you. So, I'm not thinking Troy's going to win this game outright, but 2 touchdowns. Just we know that Texas State is known to take their foot off the gas a little bit, like they did in their last game when they allowed Sam Houston to come back on them. So. Again, I'm not taking Troy to win, but I'll take Troy with those 14 points and the 9-0 series lead in the 9 previous games against Texas State.
Yeah, 22-0 after one. Lose a game. Rough. All right, let's go over to Shane.
Yeah, I'm gonna go opposite of Tony here. I'm gonna take Texas State laying the points. This Texas State team almost beat Arizona State earlier in the season. They dominated UTSA. And I'm not sure Troy is much better than this UTSA team. Now, sure, they're a little better. I mean, UTSA is awful, but I think Texas State learned a valuable lesson last week, jumping out that lead and letting them come back. I think they jump out to a big lead again, and they're not going to blow this one. Troy struggles to move the ball through the air. I think that hurts them again here, especially when they're down. I mean, Sam Houston State has a quarterback that can pass. Troy doesn't have that, so once Texas State goes up in this game, they're gonna cruise.
All right, from Shane, I'll tell you what I think. One game I'll give out here in this one. I'll go under with Sam Houston State and UTEP. UTEP's gone under in every game. They're 11-2 the under in their past, 13 at home. They can't run the ball at all this year. 2.8 yards a carry. Their the passing game not very good. We look at Sam Houston State. This is a running team because they're not very accurate or efficient at the quarterback position, but they're running the ball effectively. I look for the under in this one, Sam Houston State and UTEP. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through as we're ready to switch sports.
By the way, Tony, the Troy quarterback, Goose Crowder, just got downgraded to out tonight. So,
okay.
Just some late information just came across the wire.
All right, late information there on, okay, thanks for that. And let's see what the line's saying. Oh, yeah, we're seeing the line move 14.5 now. 55.5, 56, 50, the line coming down now on the total here with that news on the quarterback.
Yeah, the new starter is going to be Tucker Kilcrease for Troy.
Yeah, I think he got hurt in the first play of the game last year, and he did see action in that game last week. Troy.
Yeah, I was about to say they have 3 quarterbacks that played this year.
Yeah, well, yeah,
already.
He got hurt in the first play of the game. And he was taken out against that UL Monroe, that loss against UL Monroe, which was a very surprising outcome there. The Troy's built down this season, but Tucker last year, Goose Crowder was injured early in the game. Tucker Kilcrease 6 of 10 for 57 yards, and he rushed for 55 yards. So he's a running style quarterback who saw most of the game. Like I said, Kilcrease got hurt after throwing one pass in that game last week. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through as we get ready here. We're going to switch it over to baseball. The game here between the Mets and the Brewers, it is necessary. We did not get 4 sweeps. Thank goodness we got something to talk about. Mets and Brewers head-to-head here. Brewers, $1.24. Total sits here 7.5. The pitching, as no change in the pitching. Quintana versus Tobias Myers. Again, some of the cameras may have premiums, so we may be getting passes. We may be getting player props, team totals. Let's see what we got here. We start with Wayne.
Yeah, I got to play on the money line on this one, but I do like the under here. Just like what I've seen from Katana, his last 5, 4-1, 0.9 ERA, 3-0 to the under in his last 3 against the Brewers. Neither one of these teams have been hitting extremely strong. I know we've seen the first game went over yesterday. Could have got a push at an 8, or it could have been an over 7.5, depending on what you got it at. But I definitely think this one stays under. Brewers bullpen has been pretty elite as of lately. Mets bullpen below average, but I think just in this situational, we can get a better performance out of this Mets bullpen. I think this one stays under the 7.5 that's listed at.
Yeah, from Wayne, we move on over to Big Al.
Yeah, I mean, I like New York here as an underdog. Just don't want to go against Quintana. He's been pitching really, really well. Wayne mentioned his last 5 starts. If you go back 6 starts, his ERA drops to 0.74. He's 4-1 in his last 6 starts. He's had 29 strikeouts and just over 35 innings in those games. He faced the Brewers last week. He struck out 9 Brewers in 4 1/3 innings. So I'm going to take the Mets, in this game plus $1.10.
Oh, you could have a nice next series here. Mets, Phillies, Dodgers, Padres. That would be something nice there. All right, let's move on over to Alex.
Yeah, looking at this game, and you got two quality pitchers on the mound tonight. Jose Quintana for the Mets and Tobias Myers, rookie Tobias Myers for the Brewers. But you know what? These managers here are going to be playing this tight. They're not going to be messing around. They're not going to take any chances. And, looking at the under 14.5 outs recorded for both these pitchers is, I think, a viable outcome. Because, like I said, I think no matter what happens, you're going to see these two coaches, managers, leave everything out there. They're not going to take any chances. We're going to see a lot of bullpen action probably. And so I like the unders here with Jose Quintana, the Mets, and Tobias Myers, the Brewers, under 14.5.
Yeah, yep, we've seen these exciting games. You get two runners on base, boom, the bullpen's warming up. They don't mess around in the postseason, especially in this type of situation when it's a final game of the series. Over to Tony Brown.
Yeah, it's the playoffs, so I got two premiums on this game as well, the total and the game. But for my free play for this one, I'm gonna go with a prop bet, and we'll go with a no run in the first inning. Everybody loves that Nerfy or whatever, and in this game especially, I think runs will be at a premium. You got aces on the mound, and if they do get some runs, it'll be towards the end of the game or the bullpen like it's been. And the no run first inning is my best prop play on this game, and I got two 10-star premiums on this game as well.
I've heard Tony Brown in the playoffs. I think it was Circa. They were saying their limits are very high. It's been a very popular bet the last 2 years at Nerfy in the playoffs.
Yeah, I didn't even call it the Nerfy until I heard some kids talking about it like that. I just used to say 0 runs first inning, and then some kids were like, "You mean the Nerfy?" And I'm like, "What?" And so now I know what that is. Yeah. And yeah, it's taking over. It's quick. That's the thing about it. It's quick. Baseball is 2 or 3 hours, 9 hours. These new young bettors want to get something done quick. So watching the first inning, having a cocktail at the casino, it's right up everybody's alley. And I ain't gonna say 9 times out of 10, that'll be greedy, but usually, it's tough to get a run. Getting a hit in baseball is one of the hardest things to do in pro sports. So getting a run's even harder. So it's a pretty good bet for you.
There from Tony Brown, we move on over to Shane.
Yeah, I like the under like most do here. If you take out the last start for Quintana, the 5 previous starts he gave up 1 total earned run. A bad start this year for Tobias Myers has been 3 runs given up, and like we've talked about, this is elimination game, so all hands on deck from the bullpen. It doesn't matter if you pitch yesterday, doesn't matter if it needs to be a starter that they want to pitch in the next game. It's all hands on deck. So I think that I feel like the over is gonna be a popular play just because of the runs, especially early last game. Got going, but I think the under is the play here. It wouldn't shock me if this game ended 1-0 in extra innings. It feels like it could be that type of game.
Yeah, I could see it be 0-0 after 6. So under first 5 is something I may look at too. But it's going to be a very low number, I would assume. 7.5 is a total. There is juice heavily now on the under to 25. We may see a 7 by game time the way it's shaping up. 25 cents juice on at Circa and South Point and Chris. So this one, if you want the under, you're going to have to pay some juice, or it may just end up dropping down to 7 at some point because there's been, and I'm there with the under there in the game. Quintana and Myers pitching well. The young kid, the first rookie, has been pitching well. Milwaukee bullpen over their past 10 ERA of 2.05. New York has trended the under in their past 45 on the road, 26-19. If you look at their averages over the past 7, both teams have been struggling hitting, so go under in that one. All right, we got you through the NFL. We got you through the college football and MLB. Now it's time for our parlay peripheral segment where the cappers give you a parlay, a player prop, or a pick coming up from NFL and college football for this week. So let's go ahead and let's get this one going here. We'll get it started here with Wayne.
Yeah, I'm not a big teaser guy, but I have one on there for today, and I'm going to give it to you. I like both college games. The favorites, -7, I got it at 115. I would, if you can get the 7, anywhere between 7 and 10 points, and I wouldn't lay more than -130. But if you can get that around there on Sam Houston and Texas State, I kind of love that teaser for tonight.
All right, and before I let you go here, Wayne, tomorrow the W returns. We do have an elimination game, and we have a 1-1 series. Have you given any looks here at Lynx, Sun, Liberty Aces?
Yeah, I actually have a premium on that one already out. Don't have it for sale, but it's up there for my long-term folks. I will have it this for sale by tonight. But As far as the total goes, I like the under there. It's just these teams have been playing very physical. I know a lot of people don't watch it. More people bet it than we like to joke about it, but I know a lot of people don't watch the WNBA. But it's been a very physical game between these ladies, and I don't see that letting up. Strong rebounding team, kind of slower paced. Not very good 3-point shooting. Lynx do a little more 3-point shooting than the Suns, but I can definitely see this one staying under the total again.
Yeah, the game 1 was about 157. Game 2 was 154. Game 3, 151. The games have been in the 140s. So that's how it's gone there in the W there in that series between the Lynx and the Sun. We move on over to Big Al.
So what are we allowed to talk about here? We're allowed to talk about like the weekend football?
Yeah. You call the shot. Yeah, weekend football. You can do that too.
Oh, I'll go with the contrarian play. We'll take Air Force plus the 9.5 over Navy. Situation here, you've got Air Force 0-3 straight up in ATS in its 3 FBS games. You've got Navy, the opposite. They're 3-0 straight up in ATS in their 3 FBS games. But I just, this is an underdog-oriented series. The underdog's gone 21-9 ATS the last 30. Air Force has also won the last 4 straight up. So even though Air Force has sucked so far this year, I'm going to take the 9.5.
There from Big Al. Move on over to Alex.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna throw something out there. I'm looking for the what's a good number here? I'm just gonna look at the best number. I'm gonna shoot at what I found. Royals plus 180. Serious winners.
Wow. I saw it was plus 190 earlier this morning.
Yeah, it's yeah. So I might be moving around as the day goes on. I didn't look back, but I see a 180 right now, right off the bat. Yeah, but anyway, anywhere in that range. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think the Royals are going to shock some people.
I agree there. That's pretty good there with the Royals there. Okay, we move on over to Tony Brown.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I was just checking on something real quick. I think I want to parlay my props today and do a 2-team parlay with just props. And I want to go with that Bijan Robinson anytime touchdown score and then the no-run first inning in the Mets game.
We're not going to let you off the hook too much, Tony Brown, because we won't see you until Tuesday. What's going to happen in the Dodger-Padres series?
You guys want to make some money, go ahead and max bet the Dodgers. We have the 3 Hall of Famers, soon to be Hall of Famers, for sure 3 MVPs in the top of our lineup with Betts, Freeman, and Ohtani. We seen what Ohtani did. He got 10 RBIs off the leadoff spot. So, we get some people in front of him. This guy could go crazy. It's always been a pitching thing for us, but we've learned now you can't lean on Kershaw, just the name on the back of his jersey. I think we make it a group effort. I think the Dodgers have the best record in the baseball for a reason, and the Padres are in for some trouble. It's not will the Dodgers win, it's how the Dodgers will win. So go ahead and throw some money on those plus money sweep and, 4-1s, things of that nature.
Wow, you look for this 5-game series. Of course, Vegas. Can they get this series back to New York down 0-2? It looks like Vegas favored 2.5 tomorrow night against the Liberty.
Yeah, the series doesn't start until you win a road game. And so, we weren't able to win on the road. They took 2 at home, and they won't be able to win on the road. We'll take 2 here, and then the series will eventually end by us winning a road game. So this was the Road Warriors series, and it's going to be Vegas taking care of home court to get it back to New York to win their 3rd straight title in a row. We're getting super plus money now to do that, so I'll throw some money on that as well.
All right, if there is a game 4, it'll be Tuesday there. We'll see. We'll have Tony Brown back here on Tuesday to see what he thinks. All right, well, we know what he'll think. We'll bring it over to Shane.
We're looking at college football. The game I'm most excited as a fan to watch is the Ole Miss South Carolina game, and it's honestly shocking that you can get over 63.5 at plus 250. If Ole Miss would have done anything against the Kentucky defense last week, that might have been what this number started at. The same South Carolina team put up 30 points against that Kentucky defense. They also gave up 33 points to LSU. I mean, this game might be one where no one punts. I mean, if you can get it somewhere else with over more than 63.5 points, for more plus money, do it. I think this game can end at 70 or 75. This feels like an Ole Miss game, 2 years ago where it was the first of 45 wins. I think that's what happens here.
All right, Dan, we're gonna let you off the hook here. You know who you're hosting on Saturday. We're coming to get to USC in Minnesota. We're seeing 8s out there. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually, I mean, I'm still mad about what happened in that Michigan game. The Big Ten officials need to make sure that Michigan stayed relevant for a couple more weeks. But, I think PJ Fleck hopefully finally trusts Max Bozemer. He looked good at the end of that Michigan game. He's not let him throw it if they want any chance against this USC team, because I think USC is gonna move the ball up and down the field. But yeah, I was thinking about going, but it's gonna be like 80 here, and I don't really feel like sitting in 80-degree weather for when it's supposed to be fall to watch the Gophers get their behinds kicked. So I think I'll just watch it from the comfort of my home.
It's 100 degrees over there, 100 degrees out here.
I'm like, did he just say he doesn't feel like being outside in the 80? Like, come on.
I'm done with summer.
Yeah, you're done with summer. They want the snow to come down already. That's what they're ready for.
Just over there baking in that 80-degree weather, man.
Oh my goodness. I like Washington here against Michigan. I'm sorry, Big Al. I'm sorry, Big Al. I just think that's
don't apologize to me. I don't care.
All right. I like Washington here to win the game against Michigan. I think it's a very tough spot with the first-year quarterback going in that environment. We know how difficult it is to win in that area. We've seen it with the Sounders. We've seen it with the Kraken, the Seahawks. That stadium's going to be rocking and rolling here. I like the Washington Huskies there with their running game. Again, that one-dimensional approach is going to be tough to win there in that area. All right, we got you through peripheral. Let's find out what the cappers have for sale over at Pick Dawgz Premium. We're heading into a huge weekend of college football, NFL, Major League Baseball, playoffs, hockey's on. We have the Global Series starting in hockey. A lot happening. Wayne has been cranking it right now in Major League Baseball this year. Look at this, 3,500 units over profit here in MLB. What do you have going over at Pick Dawgz Premium?
Yeah, looking to continue to smash baseball. I have a best bet in every sport today, MLB, college football, and NFL. I have them 3-pack, so if you just want all 3 of them, you can grab my 3-pack. Have 7 college football plays already locked and loaded and 6 NFL. Absolutely loving this weekend. So I always look to get me long term. You can pair me up with one of these fine handicappers that you see today, and let's continue to put money in our pockets.
Yeah, great time to get on board with the long-term pass. Remember that 1-month pass gets you the entire remainder of Major League Baseball playoffs in the World Series. I believe Game 7 goes off November 2nd, and you'll be covered for the full baseball playoffs here when you get that 1-month pass here with Wayne. Let's think about it on Shane. Shane, what's happened to have a great start to the football season, NFL?
Yeah, the NFL's been strong. I'm also a 3-1 start the MLB playoffs after I had a down season for MLB this year, no doubt. But playoffs looks to be a different story tonight. I love this. It's a small NFL college football slate with 3 games, but I love it. I have a play on all 3 games. I've got that in a package for $39.99. And I also have my MLB game as a standalone at $24.99. And then after the show, I'm going to put the NHL game up tomorrow. I know it's the first game of the season, but I really do like it. I like the total in that game. So no better time to hop on, a 3 or 7 day pass, and we can make money through this weekend, or then the next 7 days there's guaranteed to be one football play on every one of those days. So hop on long term and let's make some money together.
Thank you, Conference USA, for those Tuesday, Wednesday games coming. I wish you would have started a week early. That would have been nice. All right, let's think of an eye here on next up here. Tony Brown, what do you got going over at Pick Dawgz Premium? Great college football start.
Yeah, man, we got a lot going on. It's that time of the year again. We're going to have pro football, college football, basketball, baseball playoffs and World Series, hockey start, and we even got a new expansion team to play with this year with the Utah Hockey Club. So it's just a great time to bet sports, and if you plan on making money betting sports, you can bet on me for sure. We got those 3, 7, 30, and the VIP full 1-year passes, and those come with every single pick I release from every sport. You get the playoffs, the championship, everything included for one low price. So let's get together and make some money, or like Wayne said, team me up with any of these other great handicappers and beat your bookie twice as nice.
Absolutely. That Big Al having a great year here for 2024. Over 3,300 units of profit. What's happened over at Pick Dawgz Premium?
I've posted 5 plays, Tony. I've got NFL and college football tonight. I've already posted 3 plays for Friday in the WNBA, the CFL, and college football. And then looking ahead to Saturday, I'll be doing it tonight, but I'm going to have about 9 college football plays on Saturday, and then I'll have 8 NFL plays on Sunday. So it'll be a big weekend, hopefully. And if folks want to join and team me up with one of the other guys here on the 2-for-1 handicapper special, just go over to Pick Dawgz. We have weekly, monthly, and annual packages available. And you can also I always forget what the discount is. Say, what, 15% use the
off
code pick a
yes.
checkout?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So that's what's going on.
And also for those big bettors out there, you have that all access too.
Yeah, I do, but it's only for guys who can bet $1,000 to $10,000 a game. If you do qualify, one of the advantages of the All Access Club is that you get the games rated, so you know which plays. I rate the games 1 through 10 stars on the All Access. And for example, this year we're 12-2 on our plays rated 6 stars and higher in football. And then you also can ask me about any game that you want to bet on, even if it's not on our card. Just call me or text me. It could be 10:30 at night, and I'll let you know what I think about the game you're looking to bet on.
And all access there with Big Al. All right, let's look at Alex Martin having a great 2024. What do you have going over at Pick Dawgz Premium?
Yeah, tonight we have a best bet in Major League Baseball, that Mets Milwaukee finale, and I have a totals play on tonight's NFL primetime Thursday nighter, and going to have lots of action for this weekend. Still working on some stuff. It's one of those weeks where we see a lot of line movement, and I'm just taking my time here as I put things up, just double checking. Maybe a bit too much, but I think in the long run it'll pay off. But anyway, to make a long story short, you know what? I just want to throw one thing in. Join me, guys, for long-term packages. It's been a profitable year over and over again. Soon we've got NBA, college basketball on the way. We're going to rock and roll. We're going to make money as usual, and just join me. Another thing is, before we leave, we were talking about that Troy game, and I just had to throw this in. It's really important. Now, I know this is a contrarian play, and Tony Brown actually liked Troy, but now the lines move past that 14-point level, over 2 touchdowns, and now, despite of the quarterback change, we have a contrarian value play here, and you got to remember, like Tony said, Troy's won 12 straight times in this series, 12 straight times. That's, for whatever reason, we don't really know, and it really doesn't matter because they've obviously had different points of value and talent on both teams during that whole streak, but Troy still comes out on top. So anyway, let's take Troy now.
Yeah, all right, there we go. From Alex Smart there on the change there. Yeah, Troy's just been one of the top Sun Belt teams for years. There we've seen him a lot in the bowl games. Yeah, I've got best bet on the board right now at Pick Dawgz Premium. Also got a 3-pack bundle with my best bets. So buy one, don't buy them both because my best bet's bundled there. Or get the long-term pass. My NFL will be in there as well when you get the all sports pass, 3-day pass. You guys love that on the weekend. And of course, remember the promo code pick at checkout will save you that 15% off. My NFL pick Thursday night pick is also in the bundle in the 3-pack, so get on board over at Pick Dawgz Premium. All right, we've got everything covered here. That's do it for tonight's show. Let me go ahead and go back to the 6th screen, so we'll get Shane back in the screen. Here, we'll move over here, and we're going to let it go here for the day. Before we roll, any last thoughts, closing thoughts from anybody before we roll?
Yeah, I got 2 points real quick. Go ahead, Big Al. You go first.
Well, I was just actually one thing I'm curious about is who do you like for the NHL futures, Tony?
Oh goodness, that's Tony Brown or Tony me? Tony Brown's the hockey guy. Tony Brown.
It's funny that I say this, but when you look at how the Knights' success was in their opening thing, you gotta just sprinkle something on that Utah Hockey Club, right? Like these expansion teams.
No.
Right. I mean, listen. That's what we said when the Vegas got a hockey team in the desert.
But they're not an expansion team. They're just
Coyotes.
Fucking Coyotes.
Right, but exactly. So it's like that's even better. We took a team that never played hockey. This is a team that's been in the league. They just getting a new start and just a small sprinkle, nothing major. Other than that, of course the favorites are always fun, but you can't make any money with those. I don't want to say this because Rod, but Edmonton, they look sharp. They got the best players in the league, but I like to rib Rod a little bit about that. But honestly, right now it's too early to call it. I would just sprinkle them just because of the huge money that you can make on it. Other than that, I'll wait for a little while.
I know Alex may have an opinion here on the NHL as well. Islanders again?
Man, I'll just keep on taking the Islanders still. I've lost so much money now on the Islanders. Jesus. Yeah, this will be, you know what? It's actually a joke. I actually did it again. But anyway, yeah, I took the Islanders again because I know.
4 years
just
in a row.
keep building up on that. Yeah. I think they're gonna win the East. Yeah.
There you go. And I will say with Dowdy injured, I'm worried about the Kings' chances this year, but we'll see. We'll see how it all pans out. Broke your leg right there. Broke your leg right there.
Right.
Speaking of injuries,
It's too much parity in the NHL. Like, it's like picking the futures in college football. You know what I mean? Like, when you got Alabama, Georgia, you can't make any millions on that. So you got to look towards, like, some dog money, and like anybody can look at it towards there. That's how I feel about hockey. Like, the blue chips are always going to be in the running. So I'm just looking for some dog money, really.
Yeah, we've had 2 practices already in the NBA. We already have our first injury. Luka's out for a week. So that's how it went.
Good. Hopefully he's out for a month because we play them first.
Oh yes. Okay, Big Al. Have you thought we'll change the format here. So have you thought about your NBA champion this year coming up as a team?
I'm going back to back. I had Boston last year 4-1. I'm taking Boston again this year.
Wow, there we go. Boston again.
No one's closed. No one's closed the gap on this team.
Yeah. That trade's not.
Al got that big money. He's playing with those premium players. So 4-1 is not bad odds when you're betting 1,000 to 10,000 a game. So I would, when you bet that type of money, you don't want to mess with those long shots and stuff. 4 and 5-1, that's great value. But if you're betting under 1,000 or 10,000 a game, you want a little more value for your money.
Well,
you just want to win. The goal is to win, whether it's 8-1 or 2-1, or none of us would turn down a 2-1 bet on a baseball game.
That's right.
If you got $1,000 to $10,000 on it, but if you only got a couple $100 on it, but you rather win than lose a couple $100, but it's gambling, right?
Yeah, it is.
You just want to win.
That's right. Wayne, what are your thoughts on the NBA? I know you're a big fan of those Magic. The Wayne's Orlando Magic.
Yeah, most definitely. I definitely think they were a step ahead last season. I think they showed teams again that they're for real. Just simple as that. Ton of value on these guys. A smaller market, don't get the love that they need, and I think they'll continue to push. Added some 3-point shooting. One of their biggest downfall last season. I think we got 2 studs. I like the fact that we have 2 stars that play different ways, from Franz and Paolo, 2 big fours that can do a little bit of everything. And like I said, we added around them. But that was going to be one of my questions to Al about his Spurs. Win total 35.5 and 36.5. Did Chris Paul move the needle for you guys? Are you guys going to be in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes? What you feeling about the Spurs this year?
I think they're going to be right around that area, so I wouldn't bet on the under. I wouldn't bet on the over. They're still going to be really bad as far as the Western Conference is stacked, so they're not going anywhere. But that's about where they should be. 35 wins this year.
Yeah, from Big Al. Of course, we got to ask Shane there out in the Minnesota area. The big news with the trade with Cat leaving, Randall coming in. What's the thought up there in Minnesota about the T-Wolves?
Yeah, as a fan, I always like Cat, but I think as a team, it makes us better. At least it stretches out the money. It makes us a contender for longer, for sure. Getting out of that Cat contract, but I think to win this year, if you want to win this year, they're going to have to swing a big trade at the deadline, because the team that's constructed right now, I think, can find success and hover, but come playoff time, I don't think it's enough. But I do really like DiVincenzo. I think he's a great addition to the team. I don't hate Randall, but I just meh.
Yeah, meh. It's
never a good thing when both sides of a trade are pissed that you made it. Because Knicks fans, it seems, at least at the beginning, weren't happy with it. Wolves fans weren't happy with it, so I don't know.
They don't know there. And of course, I'll get Tony Brown here one more time. The Laker number is 43.5. We're looking at another frustrating season around the 10 seed. Maybe the Spurs will knock them out of the 10 to send the Lakers to the 11 seed. It's a 43.5 win total.
I'm like Al with the Spurs. I'm like Al with the Islanders. I'm just going to keep doing it until something happens. I'm going to keep betting on the Lakers to win the West, the title, and just until LeBron retires or whatever. I'm a Laker fan through and through. Like I said, we came so close. We only losing to Denver. It's not like we're just struggling in the West and teams are having their way with us. We ran up against the Joker in his prime, and that's what's been taking us out the last couple of years. But as long as we got LeBron, we got a chance, and I'll take the Lakers to win it again.
All right, so we're through 2 practices so far, no injuries yet. All right, so only Luka on Dallas. Go ahead, Alex.
What's the definition of insanity? What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing.
Doing the
over and over
same
again.
thing, expecting different, same results, right? Nothing. No, insane, man. That's what they say. A fan is short for a fanatic. So, I mean, common sense says the Lakers don't have it and LeBron's aging, but my dollars are going to go to the donation table and put it on the Lakers to win the West and the championship.
There you go. And Alex, do you have any thoughts on the NBA? We're already through two practices already.
Yeah, no, I really don't have any futures bets in yet, man. It's the West is so stacked this year. I'm really I'm thinking an Eastern team's going to win it, and that's the Celtics.
Yeah.
Stacked teams against one team that's going to have an easy go all season long. Fresh for the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a question mark. I know Milwaukee's not there. There's no one's really pushed the needle there to catch the Celtics team. It looks, again, the East is there. We'll get in the finals. Miami, can they ever do something? I know Butler and Riley are butting heads a little bit after last year's comments. Big Al.
I haven't been following the Miami Heat, but I think New York and Philadelphia are the two teams Boston's going to be worried most about, not Miami anyway.
There you go, from Big Al. All right, we got you through the drive.
Watch out for Orlando just a little bit. Just a
They
little
gotta win
bit.
I said the two teams.
Two teams. Orlando's got to learn how to win on the road. I mean, that Cleveland Orlando series, man. Every team won at home. They got to be able to win on the road. That's the issue there with the match.
This is what I say about Orlando, though. You guys got to watch out for Pablo Banchero. That dude is A1 top tier talent. Like, get some good pieces around him. He can shock some people, for real.
No doubt about that. All right, we got the NHL starting again tomorrow, and W back tomorrow. That'll do for this edition of the Drive-Thru. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow live at 6 Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We're going to wait goodbye.